摘这种能够在地上爬的，就是比较矮，但是还有花，能在地上爬的那个这个植物，这个像这里这个树架就摘了，这个树，这个是摸鸡花树，摸鸡花树。摸鸡花树上面都是花呀，这个花一年开很久，开很久的花，开得很久。像这是这个right， 我现在要把它摘到这个石头缝这线，看看这个石头缝。好嘞。
This is the State Liquor Authority. We would like to take a moment to remind licensees that may have the privilege of providing entertainment of what has currently been deemed safe in terms of live entertainment. Currently, only incidental music performances are safe and permissible. Incidental music is non-ticketed, unadvertised performances
炒发酵而成的基料。
to a dining experience. Do you know what it takes to set up a band, you idiots? I.e., patrons have to come to dine, and the music provided is incidental to the dining experience. Performers must be 12 foot separate from patrons. This is the only form of permissible live entertainment. Any other type of event, concert, dance, play,
就是这种。瞧，这个拿开了，这一兜究竟是完全的一兜呢，还是能够分成2兜呢？就让我们来看一看，你才知道这样的。是不是有2兜，还是仅仅的是其实就是一兜了？好像就是一兜，没办法，不能够分成2兜啊，不能够分成2兜啊，你有什么办法呢？好嘞，就这样埋下去就好了。
Scientific reason, and he's doing the same thing with the entertainment industry in this state. And it's about time you politicians listening to this show, you legislators, state assemblymen, senators, town supervisors,
OK， 因为这个土非常的松，所以加紧一点没关系的。再加一点，肥，已经够肥的了。好嘞，这就可以了。等一下来浇一些水就行了。 哇哈！nuts. Nuts, eh?
And I got it. You know, she didn't want to die in front of it. All right, it is Bowerly for Ajuga on.
What's that? Why? I don't know. OK， 这究竟能够出来很多兜吗？是静静的一兜呢，紧紧的一兜呢？我真的是不知道哎。好像不能，好像就是一兜，算了，那就算了，那就让它这些把它发出来，这些根须，这个是不是太小了？不足以，没有那么深来摘我的这个。好像太浅了耶，好像太浅了哦。放点肥料进去喽。这人说，Cuomo is 专制独裁者。这个人是谁呢 ？Hannity? No, maybe not.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are dictates from a guy who's been given absolute power by a vacant legislature. I cannot believe I don't have a single email from a single politician or chamber of commerce saying, "Hey, Tom, you might be onto something. Give me a better idea." Because every single day we wake up and there's a new restriction, and there's another business that is facing foreclosure or eviction. You hear all of the horror stories.
好嘞，这个可以了吧？这个可以了
Payroll Solutions has joined forces with Computer Search to become the largest locally owned payroll and human resources company. What's that mean for you? How about an average savings of 30% plus industry-leading services, state-of-the-art time and labor systems, and HR professionals who help you navigate through complex labor laws and obstacles? Call now and get 3 months free of HR software upgrades at no cost. 674-7900 or BuffaloPayroll.com.
可以了，可以了。这里的腿，这里的土还是很肥的，非常的肥沃。很肥富，很肥沃。
fights more cases on the environment than Earth justice.
Yeah.
Because when
Yeah.
Everyone has an opinion on the matter, but Buffalo School Board member Larry Scott said it's time to pick a plan.
Most teachers and parents seem to be receptive to some of the changes that were made. Like me, as a parent, as an educator, people need to know. I want to be able to plan and prepare for what this school year is going to look like.
Buffalo Teacher Federation President Phil Rumore has his opinion on what the board should decide.
There's no way that the Buffalo Public Schools can open safely and provide a good education by the day after Labor Day. It has to be virtual.
Dr. Simone Wilds is an infectious disease expert at South Shore Health in Weymouth, Massachusetts.
What is the transmission rate in your community? If it's at a low baseline, then it is actually better for you to get the children back to school because we know that
Back to school?
in person works better, especially for the younger students.
The Buffalo School Board meets tonight at 5:30. Brian Mazurowski, WBEN.com News.
And we've just heard from the Buffalo School Superintendent Kleiner Cash. He has told those in attendance at the Buffalo School Board meeting he is recommending full remote learning for the first 4 to 6 weeks of the upcoming school year. Our Brendan Keating, following that meeting, he will have full details tomorrow on a new morning. Planned Parenthood says a West Seneca police officer responded to a call at its Wimbledon Plaza location on August 14th, but left after
能
seeing
不
a
能
Black
够
Lives
分一
Matter
都
sign.
出来？
Planned Parenthood says the person arrived at the facility and demanded to speak to his
我
partner, who
想
he
分
believed was at the facility.
都，
Planned Parenthood says that person
可
was asked to leave,
是
but
基
returned
本上都
to
分不
the
出
door
来
several。times, prompting a 911 call to police. Planned Parenthood says the
嗯，
officer
就基本
saw
是一
the
都，
Black
哎，
Lives Matter sign in the window
实
and
在
asked
是
if
没
the
办
sign
法，
belonged to Planned Parenthood. When now was confirmed, the officer berated
松一
staff
下就
for
可以了。
support of that movement and left after
大
refusing
点
to，respond to the call.
深一点，
Planned Parenthood goes on to say that it is
深一点，
satisfied with West Seneca
因为
Police's
这个还是挺
disciplinary
深的。
action. The officer is suspended pending an investigation into the incident. State police arrest a woman in a hit and run late last year. 20-year-old Keosha James of Niagara Falls is charged with leaving the scene of an accident resulting in death. Troopers say last December they responded to Lockport Road in the town of Niagara for a body located off the side of the roadway. They say 22-year-old Maxim Biazovoy of Niagara Falls was walking on the north side of the roadway and was struck by a vehicle. An investigation based on evidence at the scene led to James's vehicle. James was arraigned virtually at State Police Niagara by Niagara Falls City Court. She is released under recognizance and scheduled for court in October 2020. WBEN News Time 6:04. The WBEN 7 First Alert forecast next.
Radio.com app is the official new home of WBEN. Download it today. Favorite WBEN and listen to us anytime, anywhere. On you with Joseph Dispenza, president of the Forest Lawn Cemetery and Crematory Group, with another segment of Ask Joe. Answers to your questions about cremation.
嗯，这个还可以把它分开，一株一株的。虽然这个断了，它有其他的根须可以，它可以合的，那就是这样一兜可以分成很多兜，搞断都没问题，它还是有，瞧瞧，这样的话它就可以很多兜啊，嗯哼，好啊，那就好啊，那就这么摘吧，啊，这样摘，把这全部重新来一遍，OK。OK， 看这一兜多少兜了？好嘞，好嘞，好极了，好极了。好嘞，现在我把那一兜现在就能够分出这么多来，这么多兜，我就摘这个小的，摘这个小的。哦，嘿嘿，好嘞，来嘞。来了，来了，来一点肥料哎，来一点鸡料哎。
I would not recommend that for anybody. It's not good for concentration. It's not good for anything. But these days, there's just nothing like, 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep. Oh, that is like a bit of heaven. But I put my cell phone on mute because I woke up this morning to a whole bunch of text messages from people I know who are the people who entertain you when you go out. Now, I have been to lawn fetes all over Western New York. And one this year because they all got waxed because of Governor Cuomo. But every single time I've been to a lawn fete, whether it's Queen of Heaven, the old St. Barnabas lawn fete, the Clarence lawn fete, it is absolutely jam-packed with people who listen to this station, who listen to this show. I go out to bars and nightclubs, and there are tons of people in our target demographic who listen to this show, who also are big fans of live music. A lot of the local musicians are big fans.
Local musician.
And I get a chance to play with quite a number of bands. I haven't done it lately. I had the chance to do it at a certain place tonight, but I turned it down because I didn't want to jam up the owner of the joint, and I didn't want to jam up the band involved. So I said, I appreciate the offer, but in the interest of not jamming anybody up, I'm gonna take a flyer on that one. But what I woke up to was a text from Tom Bender. Many of you know Tom Bender. Saw Tom Bender a couple of times over the weekend past. Latest entertainment guidance from the State Liquor Authority in New York State to all licensees with on-premises service privileges. And you know what a privilege is. A privilege is something they can take away anytime they want to. Basically, so are our rights. George Carlin was so right when he said, we don't have rights, we have arbitrary privileges, and they can take them away anytime they want to F with us. And boy, has this ever proven that true, this whole COVID situation. So anyway, the SLA, not the Symbionese Liberation Army and Patty Hearst, but the State Liquor Authority, we would like to take a moment to remind licensees that may have the privilege of providing entertainment of what has currently been deemed safe in terms of live entertainment. Currently, only incidental music performances are safe and permissible. Incidental music is non-ticketed, unadvertised performances that accompany and are incidental to a dining experience, i.e., patrons have come to dine, and the music provided is incidental to the dining experience. Performers must be 12 foot separate from patrons. This is the only form of permissible live entertainment. There will be no swing. That is Negro music. Any other type of... sorry, that was actually a translation from Unsere Mutter, Unsere Väter. This is the only form of permissible live entertainment. Any other type of event, concerts, dance, comedy, etc., is not incidental and is therefore impermissible at this time for health and safety reasons. Performing arts guidance has not yet been issued. Let's say you own a bar, and let's say you're having a band playing at the bar or other music venue. People hear bar, they think inside. There's some places I can think of that are outside venues that that did very well in the summertime. And they have been shut down as well. Explain to me why we can be in a gathering of people properly socially distanced watching live music, but we are not allowed to read where our bands are going to be in terms of any advertising. Folks, I gotta say, if I was a bar or a restaurant or an entertainment venue owner in New York State, I gotta tell you, I would cut my losses, I would sell, I would get the hell out of this state while the getting is good. The writing is on the wall. They want to destroy your business. They want to destroy your bar. They want to destroy your grove. They want to destroy everything that makes life worth living. Now, look, I have obviously a great interest in live music. I know a lot of the people in the local bands. Like I said, they let me play with them on stage. and otherwise, it depends on how drunk they are. But they let me, take part in the entertainment experience. Many of you are big fans of local music. And by the way, too, it's not, we're not just talking about 20-somethings and 30-somethings. We're talking about people who are in their late 70s, I know, who are absolutely craving loud music.
刚才这个花，这个草，哎，这叫什么呢？叫这个 bugleweed burgundy groud 这样一个 OK， yeah， 现在就重新把它稍微改了一下，就是把原来很大兜的把它分开了，好，分开成小的了。 分开成小的了。
3 months ending August 1, biggest quarterly increase on record, driven by 195% surge in digital comparable sales. And Target said its stores played a key role in the blowout quarter, fulfilling more than 90% of total sales, even as consumers were struggling to show a preference for alternatives to in-store shopping. Walmart, their online sales nearly doubled as lockdown consumers armed with a stimulus package they stocked up on everything they needed.